Hey guys, so today I'll be going to the market to get a Halloween look. So guess what?
We will be going to the market to get a Halloween look.
And I can't wait to share with you guys my market experience. Vlog 1. Was it this one that you're giving me that one?
Mashia brought it.
Let me. So I got this black velvet material, and that's my customer playing. And I also got this green material. It's like lace foam. And say hi to my sister. Share the pack or the Taiwan. This one I see dey like this now. Take her 1,000. So back, and I've gotten what I needed in order to make the right choice. So we ended up with this design, which is Princess Mara for my sister. So this is me trying to sketch down the design first in order to know how to work with it. So the funniest part is something I don't even want to talk about, but God's grace was just sufficient, and this is me trying to draw it out first. And there are a lot of things that she doesn't want. She wants it in a two-piece. So this is me trying to create the pattern for it. I've already went in to put my borders. So what I'm trying to create now is the corset part. And if you don't know how to create your corset or the basic borders, just state it on the comment section. And after this series of Halloween vlog, I'm going to make a detailed video on how to make your borders and how to create a corset dress or a top, whichever one you want to do. So what I was doing was just to extending the line from my nipple point. Then I mark the bust points. From the bust point, the distance between the bust point and the under bust, that's the circle that you have there. So I went in to mark the line in order to get that intake from the shoulder side, and this is me taking some dart in order to snatch that bust area in from the under bust to the bust point. So that's just it. And me doing the same thing on the upper side in order to get a snatched bust area. So if you have your basic bodies and you know your nipple points and your under bust, it's quite easy to follow this procedure and also come at a better result as well. I went in and put my body measurement and also added allowance to those parts where we have those dots that we took off. I'm just trying to show you guys what we did. And I went in by the side 2.5, and from there I curve, as you can see in this video, in order to get a very good contour bust. So go ahead and do the same if you're following this procedure. But if you're excited to watch and see how we realized on the costume, feel free to watch because this is quite interesting, guys. So I'm still going to do the same like I did. I went in by 1/2 inch and went up by 1 inch, and I'm trying to curve from that area in order to get the bust points contour. So that I'm trying to contour that part. So this is me trying to check the design and see if I'm getting what I wanted. So this part is like this part I'm trying to show you guys. My client says she doesn't want that shoulder part area, so we're going to take it off. But we're going to create something of that nature in order to give that look. So the next thing I did was to measure from the shoulder point from that end to 6 inches in order to get that look from the picture that you saw. So what I'm going to do is to extend it from the shoulder line. I'm going to extend it from that line and also do the same thing now. I just have to cover everything from that part. So this is like we're getting like a sweetheart shape. So but you're going to see how we're going to do it in this video. So this is me trying to readjust. So you could go ahead and readjust if you don't really like the way it's sitting, because you could just readjust. So this is me trying to readjust, and the next thing I'm going to do is the down part. But I didn't know that I wasn't really filming it right, like it wasn't showing clearly when I was doing it. But I'm going to show you guys what I did at the down part. If I'm making the back pattern, I'm going to show you guys what I did. The next thing I did was just to use this marker to differentiate those parts. And I remember I didn't put the side dart. So this side dart helps to snatch those post area, and also, the back and the front are not the same size. So in my next video, when I'm gonna do the corset tutorial, I'm gonna show you guys how to create all those things. So this is the part that I was telling you that I didn't really film well, how to create this bodysuit. It's not hard. It's just for you to get an accurate measurement and curve well. I'll also create a proper video on how to make a play suit, so you understand how you could just do that. So I went in to put my allowance on, my zip allowance, and the next thing I did was just to show you some areas that I will be cutting off, and I'll just go in and cut my pattern to my fabric. Before cutting a corset, it's advisable for you to number it, because when you number, it enables you to understand which is which, if that makes sense. So make sure that you number your pattern first before cutting it out. So as you can see me using the arrow to, describe how each and every of this fabric is going. So there's something I forgot to do. This that side of this dress, I forgot to put in the allowance, which I'm going to add in my fabric. And this is the fabric that we got earlier on. And I'm going to be using it for this Aquaman's wife outfit. So I'm just going to go in and cut this pattern. So this is what we have, guys. I've went in to cut that out. Apart from the shoulder part, which we've already added our allowance, then I added 1 inch for the darts for this part, and each and every part of the dress I added the allowance that is needed, and that's just it, guys. So go ahead and do the same to yours. So this is after I'm done, joining the cup together and the side together. I've already gone in to fix my zip, so I'm going to show you guys what we have. So I'm just trying to show you guys this part. I've already fixed the cup side. What I need now is just to give it a good press, because I put the hemming gum on it. So I'm going to just press it so it sits properly. It doesn't have this line, and I thought it had this, but it didn't have it, but it's still fine because it also looks like a design. But let's see how it goes. I just have to carry you guys along with this process on how we create this beautiful Halloween. And let me know if you enjoy this vlog, because this is like my first vlog, guys. Okay, so I'll just couple everything, like iron this part, join the two sides together by the shoulder side. I think I'm gonna fix the arms side. For the trouser, I got the length measurement of 43, and I impute the length of the crotch and the length of my client's hip. And what I did next was to go in and put her hip circumference, divide by 4, and I just put the measurement in. Mind you, this material is stretchy, so I don't want it's stretchy, so I didn't really add any allowance. So the next thing I did was just to mark out this 1 inch from that, in order to get the waist a bit slopey, so I connect from there. So I took her waist measurement and join it together with the hip side. So that's what I did for the trouser, and I went in to get the new measurement, and afterwards I also divide the hip measurement divided by 4, which I impute what I got, half of what I got there, in order to get the midpoint. Afterwards, I took a straight line downwards and impute the new circumference and the ankle circumference, and I'll just shape it down from there. The next thing I did was to go in by 1 inch in order to get that slopey area, and I curved down. So if you want to learn how to make a pants trouser, either fitted or any type, please state on the comment section and I will try to recreate one for you, like a detailed one for you guys. And at this point, if you're here to subscribe to my channel, please do like this video and share this video to someone that you think that this video will be of help. And the next thing I did was just to add 2 inches from that crotch area for the back and the seam curving from there, and also 1.5 inches there, and I went in with half inch from both sides, and that's just it. And I cut down. So if you're following along, you could just do the same to yours. So I've gone in to cut my bands. So what I'm gonna do now is to join both the two sides of the front and the two sides of the back pants together. Then I also put the dart, because I left a dart allowance for the back. I'm gonna still put the dart allowance, then I'll join them and show you what I have afterwards. So this is it. I've gone in to join the band and also sew in this part. So what I'm gonna do is just to join the two parts together and pin them down and put in my body measurement, my client's body measurement, and I'll sew along. So guys, this is it. Like, we've gone in to create this part, and the only part I know I didn't film was just how we create the shoe. But let me know if you want me to show you guys how we did that. But this is how I create the crown. I measured my client's head where I want the crown to sit, and it was 15 inches, and I fold my pattern paper. So, and I have 7.5. So this is me checking it out to see if we're going to create it, how we're going to create it. So what I did was just to divide the 7.5 in 4 places. So what I did was just to mark it in 2 places. Then I didn't really mark it to the end because I wanted that part to be full, like you see me do. So what I did was just to go in by 3.5 from that end, and I'll also go in from the other end and divide those parts in 2 places. For the edges I did 2 inches, but for the last division I did 1 inch, and I curve to give us that crown effect that is on the picture. So just watch and see how I did this. So what I did was to place our crown on the Indomie carton, and I gummed it and place it on it to, after drying, then I cut it out. So this is what we have. So afterwards I'll just go in to put the other detail that is on the crown. So I'll first of all draw these details because I just have to draw it in order to get the actual shape that I wanted. So I'm going to do the same for all the designs that are on the crown. Then I'll just place the carton paper on it and gum it there before spraying it. So that's what I did basically, and you also see it on this video. So I just create a hole where I'll put my elastic so the crown will sit properly on my client's head. So this part I'll still use gum to hold it so it will lie flat on it. So this is just it, and this is looking exactly like the picture, and I'm gonna put the picture on the screen. And what I did was just to spread this for allow to dry and also spray again. So I spread it like 3 times to get the golden color that you will see on the video that I'll be showing you guys. So this is the second time or the third time, I can't remember, because at a point I stopped filming. So I just spread it and I allow it to dry. So I'm going to show you guys what this crown, like I'm going to show you guys the crown and how it's looking on my client. And I hope you enjoy this Halloween vlog. If you do enjoy this video, please like this video, share this video to someone that you think this video will inspire to create a Halloween look probably next year. And I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. See how beautiful the jumpsuit, the crown, everything is looking. Like my sister is looking like this princess Mara. So if this look we ate it, just say yes. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate your time and effort in seeing this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.